I know you guys heard me talk about these already, and you're probably tired of it, but I decided to buy more of the small units here because this tripod head I use like all the time. It's like my best one, and I switch it from this tripod to the monopod all the time, and then I really got sick of twisting it and putting it on here, twisting it, putting it on there, and even though it's like just kind of a luxury thing, like it's still like it's better. One-handed is so difficult, almost impossible. It's still better just take it off like that. You bring it over here, and snaps in. So that's what I've been wanting to do. And I kind of want to have this live on top of my monopod here. I use this monopod for like a lot of different stuff too. Like, you know, I put this phone on it for these type of videos. So yeah. I've also bought Small Rig's little small fluid head here. I got sick of the ball head because just in general, like when I need to adjust like maybe the pan just a little bit or up down tilt, then like it ruins everything. And then like when you tighten it down and like it might tighten differently, whatever. But I just want to like, if I just want to like pan, you know, I could just pan, whatever. You know, something like that. The reason why I didn't buy this a long time ago, I wanted it a long time ago because I just need something smaller. I bought the Ulanzi version a while ago, but they had their own like quick release system called the F32, I think, or 36. And I keep hearing that it's ArcoSwiss compatible, but then also it's not. I'm like, which one is it? I got it and I tried it and I was like, this isn't ArcoSwiss compatible. So I returned it and I decided to get this one. This is ArcoSwiss here. The only thing is, I kind of wish this wasn't this direction, the ArcoSwiss. I wish it was the other way around because on my camera cages, it's set up like this, the ArcoSwiss style plates. So I can't put it in like that. If I wanted to use it, it would be going like this. And that would be not ideal. So like putting a ArcoSwiss plate on my cage that's already ArcoSwiss is kind of redundant. So I thought I'd maybe try using one of the F50 units and, you know, just kind of change all of my cameras to the Falcon F50s. I'm not sure yet. I kind of did that. Here's an example. So here's my EOS R with the ArcoSwiss, not ArcoSwiss, to the F50 plate on there. And it kind of makes sense, you know. This is one kind of strange disadvantage of the F50. Let me set this down real quick. Sorry, guys. The small one specifically, it doesn't seem to, if you don't go in perfectly, it seems to like not want to snap in like that, which I think isn't a problem. It's actually better. If you want to do something like this where you don't want this to be sliding back and forth, then yeah, it makes sense. So I don't know if I want to do this, you know, but then this is just me and my like overthinking slash I'm gonna try to create an ecosystem. I use this a lot for my EOS or my R5C, and this is ArcoSwiss right here. This is ArcoSwiss. It goes sideways, so it's like perfect. So, or even my FX30 here, I can just slide this in here. Like so, which I'm not gonna do it because it requires two hands. And that makes life easy. My EOS R, the cage that Small Rig made, they didn't allow this portion here to be fully ArcoSwiss. So they didn't cut it in that sense. so I can't do that with the EOS R, which isn't a problem. I don't really care. But yeah, I would love to use this with this maybe. I tried it yesterday. It like heightened it up, whatever, which I don't know if that's a problem. But then also like it's just more redundancy or whatever, and it's just gonna be like a bunch of like quick release plates just all over the place, like I already have one here. This is the actual quick release for the fluid head here. Here's a quick release for the F50. Here's another quick release for this, and it's gonna be another quick release right there. So it's just like, that's a lot. So yeah. So first off, you might be saying they have one that you can turn. They did have one you can turn, I saw, but then they don't have one that has a leveler. I wanted one for leveler. That was the reason why I got this. What I'm talking about is the Arca Swiss here. They have one, like, Spellwork has one that you can actually like turn this so it can be oriented in the way you want it to be. But then it doesn't level. I'm like, why is that like a limitation of theirs? So that's just like, I think this is the type of problem that like a lot of us filmmakers discover, and we're trying to find an ecosystem that works well for us. Some of us, we're willing to like take off the plate and on all the time, which isn't a problem, I suppose. But then for me, I want to be able to take it off real fast, and put it on real fast. I think that's like the wedding videographer in me. I want to be able to just put it on and just leave it. So that's why I want to create an ecosystem that works all the way around. I don't think I will be able to. If I do, it'll be like I said, like it'll be very redundant in the amount of quick release I have on there. So yeah, that's just something I thought I mentioned. Today's production, I'm actually running sound. I feel like it's been a while since I've actually ran sound. I've been mostly doing gaffing, gripping, kind of PA work sometimes here and there, in charge of tech, BTS, whatever, and not really running sound on my own. So it feels pretty good. We are currently at Shepherds of the Hill in Branson, Missouri, and I've never been here, so this is pretty nice. And this is apparently like a theater of some sort. They do a show here, I think, and everything kind of looks like it's from the olden days. I am running Electrosonics for Lavs. I set my deity there just for kind of in case situation, although it's kind of acting funky, and I'll kind of explain that later on into the video. But yeah, I got to meet some pretty cool people here. I think most of them are based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Our first AC there, that's Sam Holder. We've been Facebook friends for a long time, but we've actually never met each other until now. So that was a pretty good situation happening there. Right now, I'm just waiting for everyone to set things up. They are setting up some blocking of the sun because it's a little too bright. And they're doing a lot. They put a rope across from a tree to the building there, and they're going to block the sun as much as they can so they can get less, less harsh shadows. This is kind of a weirder situation. It's a narrative, but also kind of like POV situation. I think it's for a theater show or something. I don't know. But then the camera is a character, so the camera isn't like a fourth wall break or anything like that. So eventually the actors, they do talk to the camera, but the person behind the camera doesn't talk, like the character of the camera. So yeah, it's, one situation. So that makes it kind of difficult because everything's kind of a one-shot situation, so we kind of have to make things work as best we can. We just saw theirs. They have two 1200Ds pointing towards the fireplace because that's where most of the action is going to happen. I decided to set up my Sennheiser G3 units because just for backup, I don't really know how many people are being laved. I think it's just three, which at the moment, yeah, it is. It's just three people. But I set that as backup in case we needed a fourth one because, like I said earlier, my deities were acting a little strange, and I'd rather have backups than not backups. So yeah, here you can see the lighting absolutely changed. It got overcast, which was great. Everyone loved it. We tried to accommodate with the lighting as much as possible because it's outside. It's kind of rough, you know. And also, since this is a tourist attraction theme park type location, right above us to the left, there's a zip line that people ride down back and forth once in a while, and it's kind of random when the zip line comes in and out because obviously it's based on people there. Right here, I'm trying to show what they did with the negative fill here. Uh, they it's hard to see until I turn here. They taped some branches onto the top there of the edges of the frame, so it doesn't look like it's just a regular frame. And uh, in my mind, I'm like, that's great, that's awesome. Like, I don't see people doing that for some reason. I'm pretty sure they do a lot, but you know. Our second location is at Silver Dollar City, and this is literally probably 5 6 hours later. It is it's closed right now, so it's kind of weird seeing no one in the theme park. And it needs to be closed because you know we can't shoot there during the day. But then we needed it to be nighttime anyways. As you can see, there's still a lot of light, so we still have a few hours to wait before it gets nighttime. I wasn't able to capture much BTS tonight. I was trying to get as much as I can right now while I was waiting. So I was just kind of chilling and just watching, basically. What's nice about, you know, being hired on this only sound for people that you don't really know, you just do your job and that's it. And then make sure you do it right, obviously. As a sound guy, you can't really mess up. So Sam Holder, the first AC, he brought his slate. I forgot to bring my slate, but he went home and brought his slate, and it's a time code slate with running time code. And yeah, I the thing about slates is or time code slates is they are very expensive, and I don't really want to spend the money to buy it because that's like $1,000 that I probably won't will only use maybe once a year. So it's nighttime now, and as you can see, there are a lot of lights set up. There are even more inside the cabin there, but I wasn't able to record anything there because it's a pretty tight space. But yeah, see, we have some infinity lights, I think, in there. They set up. He set up a bunch so we can turn on and off whatever we need. It's not a like the light needs to be on or continuous the whole time. I'm back from the production. We got back very late, 3 a.m. But I just kind of want to touch base on a few things I noticed. I rented out my gear for students to use lately, and I don't know. Things are a little weird. My headphones are, I think, kind of breaking. If you can see this part here, it's this can come off. Disappear too. It's kind of coming off. See how it's moving up? Yeah, I don't want to move it too far. And there's a little cable here that no, it's on this side. Oh, this is the sound I'm talking about. There we go. There we go. I think it can come off in general, but it seems like it shouldn't. I don't know. See right here. It's completely loose. So now that is like the way I handle my gear is a little rough. My headphone drops all the time, just because the nature of the job. I carry it around, and when I try to put my headphones away, it falls all the time. And I hate that. I have another pair, so I'm not too worried about it. The other pair, I bought it for a different purpose, and now it's just laying around because that purpose isn't being utilized. But I want to talk about the deals a little bit. I probably can't show it today, whatever, but for some reason, every time I scan frequencies, I don't know what I'm doing, what's happening, but I don't know if you guys can see both of those numbers there. It's hard to see, but then it keeps choosing the same exact frequency for both channels. And every time I set the pair, the first one, I set the pair the second one, same channel. I like vice versa, the whatever, it doesn't work either. And I'm like, what's going on? Maybe it's a setting on my app that's messing up. I have no idea. I noticed it happened on my buddy's set where I was on set, but someone else was running sound. I was just running BTS. And I noticed that's what happened. We're able to switch it, but then when I was on set, I was scanning it a million times for new frequencies, and it'll keep choosing the same frequencies for both channels. So I don't know what's going on with that. I did have my USB plug-in for power, so it might have been that. I have no idea. I doubt it, but yeah, I have to figure this out. This little thing has been so weird lately. Where it says channel 3, it's like actually not. It's actually channel 4, and this cable's channel 3. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. It's supposed to be the input 1, should be out 3. I don't know what's going on. That's why I like Electrosonics. They are pretty simple to use. So I do want to eventually get to dual receiver Electrosonics and definitely get rid of the Sennheiser G3s, because these are outdated for my work. My buddy who works for another guy that they do sound, he says that's all they use, and they don't even use upgraded mics. They still use the ME2s, and I'm like, at least upgrade that. And I think he has like 5 in his bag of the G units, and I'm like, dude, what the heck? Must be terrible to manage. But yeah, so far the actual production went quite well. It kind of went longer than anticipated. It went by like 2 hours over, and that's because it was kind of tricky. It was like a one take type thing, and it's a POV thing, so the camera is an actor, is a character. So like it was kind of tricky. So yeah, I was just kind of sitting there and just waiting. But I want to mention one thing. I am printing again, so sorry for the noise. I bought this a while ago. This is the vest that you put onto the bag. And I did ask my buddy if if it's worth it. And he said it totally is. And I only used it once on a set, but then I discovered that it was pretty cumbersome because I needed to put my bag down a lot. And so I don't really use it much. I still don't use it much. I just put my bag on the floor, on the ground, and just kind of boom. But then for something like this production, I had to kind of walk around a lot. So using the sling is not the best solution. I've been using the sling for years, and it has literally damaged my back. So if you are running to sound or doing sound stuff, I would recommend try to get a vest type thing. Is it vest? I don't know. So this will just like lay in front of you, and then it doesn't use one side of the back. It definitely saved my back for sure. It is still cumbersome. Like if I need to go grab stuff, whatever, it's in my way. There's no easy way of unhooking it because I have to hook up to 4 different points. So there's that. But then it totally is worth it. That's why you see sound mixers use all the time, because you can't break your back. So yeah, goodbye.